I'm Rufino Enriquez, and this is my gender tag. First things first, the gender that describes me is, as far as I'm concerned right now, I say I'm a guy, a man. And my ideas around that are that I don't necessarily subscribe to like the overwhelming like societal ideals around like manhood and what that means. I'm actually a lot more open to a lot of things, and I feel like there's no more meaning to it in like for me personally than like my sex and sex characteristics. And I already know right now that in some circles that alone kind of constitutes me to also identify as non-binary. And I guess like in the gendered ways of expressing oneself and all that, I mean, I can definitely fit a definition of being non-binary, and I don't necessarily have a problem with that, and I don't necessarily have a problem with the gender man, but I prefer to be more addressed as like Rufino Enriquez, who I am as a person, and that be on the forefront. I guess my thing is that when you say like the perspective I'm holding is that man is more of I guess the gender man I like personally internally I more connect to just my sex, male, and I'm not familiar with like saying male, but in my opinion man is nothing more than the sex I have, and even that is like an imagine, because I'm not aware of like I don't know my chromosome makeup, and I don't know whether I have X, Y, all that chromosomes, like what it looks like. I don't know if I have anomalies. I don't know if I'm whether I'm actually like fully male or if I have like intersex kind of moments going on. And my point is that I don't really care. I care about being healthy, happy, and just being myself. And I feel like in the case of like gender, I think I like the ideas around non-binary, and because non-binary is like an umbrella term for different kinds of ideas around gender and different genders. But I personally don't attach anything to like men. And that's why also when the term manhood, like I don't know what that means. I think I have like an idea of around like what people tend to mean with it, but then there are always outliers, and there's always yeah buts, and there's always like people making excuses when you bring other things up, and it's like it dissipates very easily. And I feel like I don't want to participate in that, and I say man. I describe myself as man if people really actually I mostly describe myself as a guy, but that's a whole other thing. Yeah, I don't really have strong feelings about having to stick to and fit in the form and the label of man, and I feel like that's like a distraction in this imperialist, white supremacist, capitalist patriarchy where we have to name and tag and all that. And I feel like I'm just me. The pronouns that honor me are, as of now, he, him, his, and I don't know how I feel about they, them, theirs. I definitely like get it, like what it means, and it's logical, but it's for me, I don't feel like I'm just thinking about it. I don't feel currently that they and them kind of describe me, but I mean, like, it's also like a habitual thing where it's just like I'm not used to being seen and described as they, and so yeah. But I don't really have a problem with being called him and he. So yeah, it's whatever. But yeah, I guess like if I were to go by preference, I would guess like he, his, him. Clothing style, what my clothing style is like, yeah, I'm a bit, yeah, I guess in the like, because it's the gender tag, the gendered ways in which we look at clothes, I think I fall on the masculine side of the androgynous spectrum, but and that's more speaking to like my style, because if I look at like what I wear normally, I definitely wear a lot more masculine clothes than androgynous, but that's more because of body image issues and just feeling like that the feminine type of things and the androgynous things that I'm drawn to naturally tend to be more like revealing like my upper body, and I just don't feel comfortable doing that because of like weight and all of that kind of thing. So yeah, as of now I like tighter tops and more revealing tops versus like baggy under like either jeans or just pants or what have you. I'm not drawn to skirts. I think it's cool that people wear them, but for me personally, that's just not for me. And to really like expound on like the gender thing, I've been looking into like dresses. I was talking to some folk, some queer and trans folk and non-binary folk. We were having this conversation, and I mentioned that we were walking past a mannequin that had like a huge, beautiful dress on, like a gown, and I said to them like, if I were to be a girl, that is the kind of clothing that I would love to wear. And they asked me as an accurate and fair response, like, why wait until you're a girl? Why not? Why does being a girl have to be a requirement for you to wear that? And it really like confronted me with like myself, and I don't know actually. So I'm looking at it, like how I feel about it, like what stops me. But in general, I guess my style would be on the masculine side of androgyny, and that's how I feel about it. So when it comes to hair, like body hair, I don't like to grow out my hair too much. Like I don't like to have a mustache and a beard. This is like as far as I will go mostly, and it's not like a stylistic choice, but more of like just laziness to shave. But I don't really like having like a lot of facial hair, and I guess I'm a bit more now that I'm growing a bit older, that I am more comfortable with having a bit of facial hair. But like for the longest time, until like my mid-20s, I really wanted to shave it all away, and I always had like a baby face. So, and when it comes to like my skin, like my arms are very hairy, my legs as well, my chest is also hairy, and I don't have a problem with that at all. And when it comes to like cosmetics, makeup, and nail polish, like I think like nail polish can be like a cool thing, and actually I want to experiment with wearing nail polish like in this coming period. I've been looking into like different things that I like, and I'm gonna edit in some images as well, but just to get like the kind of vibe I'm going for, because I think like your nails are like a very creative thing. I don't know why that's like a gendered thing, because I think it's cool. When it comes to makeup, I guess like I like what they call guy liner. It's just eyeliner, but yeah, toxic masculinity and all makes it a guy liner. But yeah, I think that's cool. I think like having like a dark eyeliner and just maybe some cool makeup and just, I don't know, something to play with. I used to color my hair as well, and then in the future time I want to dye it again, but I want to make it like a good, like I want to do it in the correct way where it's healthy for my hair, for as far as coloring your hair is healthy. And yeah, I think like adding in like a bit of just different colors to your nails, to your face, and just playing around with it a bit. I'm not really interested in like the feminine aspect of it, but more like the creative aspect of it, and just kind of like I like it to be a bit gritty as well, and a bit punky. My only experience with misgendering was or happened a couple of times actually on the phone. People tend to assume that I am a woman when they speak to me on the phone, because I kind of have a light voice. And yeah, it depends, like in certain moments my voice is a bit darker, but then other moments I speak lighter, and it's just, it switches off. But in the times that I pick up the phone and I pick up with like a lighter, like hello, people think I'm a woman or I'm a girl. So that's the only experience I've had. Oh, actually no, I had once had the experience where I had longer hair. I'm gonna edit in a video of or a picture of the hair I had at that time, and I was with a female friend of mine, a girl, and we were in an elevator, and a guy walked in as well, and he approached us as if we both were women. But yeah, that's the only like real misgendering experience that I've had. The only type of dysphoria I can think of having has to do with my weight and my size. I've been struggling with weight ever since I was a little kid, and I've been gaining weight and losing weight. So that's my only like dysmorphia thing. It hasn't been gendered. I think the idea of having children is a very interesting thing to me. For the longest time, I just didn't feel like I was ready to even have children, and I mean, I want to have a partner. I don't want to do it solo. As of now, like I'm single and I don't currently feel like the necessity to have a child. When it comes to like carrying the child, I'm actually pretty happy that my body doesn't allow for that to happen, because I imagine it to be a very painful and hard experience. So yeah, I'm more than happy to not having the ability to carry a child, even though I do respect it and all that. So don't misunderstand me here. When it comes to like taking care of the children and all that, I feel like I want to play around with the child, and I don't believe, especially like, as a gay guy, I want to be very open with my children and raise them agender, and just be very about them, like what do they like and what do they find interesting, which colors are they having fun with, what type of clothes, what type of play and toys and all that. So yeah, the ways I feel about like money and financially, and in the case of like relationships, who should provide for and spend money on dates and all that, I feel like it's gonna be between the two of us, the way I feel right now about it. I guess because as a gay guy, I don't think that like that gender role, that like in a heteronormative society that we live in, that I don't feel like a discomfort with my partner making more than me and spending more money than me and providing things for me. I don't really have like strong feelings about it, and I don't have strong feelings in the reverse. So yeah, I don't really care. I guess that is the point. I don't care about who spends more, who makes more money. It's like how do we feel about each other? And I mean, it's gonna be a problem if like someone of the two always like spends a lot of money and the other one doesn't really participate in. Then I think there's like an imbalance in that, and but then that's not like I'm gonna have problems with more the not the financial aspect of it, but I think that there's something deeper beneath that, where it kind of feels like someone is putting in more effort. I guess I would have a problem with that, but I can definitely say like if my partner would make significantly less money than I do, or I with him, and like there's money struggles or all that, then of course you'd be open to it, to be that the majority of times you would spend more. But yeah, I guess those are my feelings around it.